propose perhaps a break before we get to the trends.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Sure.
So, this is the book. Let me see if I can get it up nice and close for you guys. But, like, there's some really nice art inside of it that is definitely worth showing off. Like, every once in a while, you get to these, like, almost like interstitial pages, I'll call them. Let's see. Oh, here's one. All right, so this super cool, like, little, like, thing of a deer walking in a field of books. Some other cool artwork. My language is my awakening up here. And yeah, so there's a lot, and that's a Maori proverb, actually.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's straight up from, that's something I probably should be learning in Haka.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get into stance.
Mm-hmm. Let's get my pukana. And let's see, what other examples here? Yeah, so...
And this book will make you a better person.
This book can make you a better person if you follow its steps. Because, like I said, beyond the rules of the game, it has rules of life in there. And it has lots to say about, like, you know, just being accepting and being cool. So, yeah. And there's literally a section. This is a game designed by linguists. So the book is taking its time to use its words, right? It's definitely very clear that, like, they are in love with words and they want you to appreciate them.
I dig it.
Too. Yeah, it's
kind of
original
guy, yeah.
as fuck. There's no other games like it. So here you see examples of, like, some cool stuff that show you the moving between ages, because, like, as ages go forward, aspects change to reflect them, right? So one example that was given in the books was there was these Martian truckers, right, is the example, and they were all chosen because they're criminals that were fighting the past. Running from the past, right?
Oh.
They're running from the past because they have bad records and whatever. Eventually, one of the things that happened was they found way off deep on the planet a pre-drop of, like, a weapons cache and some resources that implied another dropship was going to land after a couple of years, which was like, wait, what the fuck is this? And then they're like, this means people are coming, and if there's weapons here, it means they're probably planning to fight. So then the aspect that is we're running from our past turned into we are fighting our past. You know,
wow.
So you evolve them as plot things happen, and the story kind of goes forward. So here's another piece of art over here. So, like, it was little things like that are like, okay, yeah, that's pretty fucking solid, you know, as examples go. And we're gonna get into the phase where we start making words, right? There's literally, like, so there's crazy things here. There's a page I'm looking at that goes through phonemetic inventory, root structures using labial, coronial, patalial, velar, and glottal sounds.
Oh my god, this is deep.
So if you wanted to go this crazy, you could.
If you want to go like, and
We don't necessarily think we're going to go this crazy, but it's there for you if you wanted to, right? And then here you get your final section, creating a world that sustains its languages. That says things like, you know, greet people in their language and play language games and throw a language party. Here's a really cool language bird.
A language bird. Holy. Oh, that seems awesome.
Yeah. So, build a language, build a world. There you go. So yeah, that's what's kind of happening with this book in general. With that, are you guys ready to move on to the first stage?
Let's do it.
Ready?
Okay.
First age.
All right, so I'm going to deal 3 Age 1 cards to each of you. And you're going to pick one of those cards and play it on top of one of the aspects that you think you have you think it can make a connection with, right? So basically, the ingredients for a new word are going to be aspect plus card I give you. And then keep the other cards. All right? But you don't define the word yet. You're just going to match them up. So, this deck here is the first stage. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
This is you.
Merci.
Puis toi.
All right.
So you can have three types of cards here. And you're gonna find one that you think is interesting and that you can match to one of these aspects. You don't discard. You keep the other two. Right? You're gonna hold on to those because these are you're gonna hold on to and be able to play as we go forward. All right. So give me a second to read through mine.
Oh, okay. So sometimes it's just like some kind of like qualifier, and sometimes it can be an action. It can be.
Let's call it properties, I guess.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe
Like, do you have an example for like your cards, for example, like how yours read, and which
Yeah.
one
So
you pick?
there's so you have a major word at the top, a concept at the top,
Yes.
a description for that concept,
Yes.
and then at the bottom you have how this will apply to the world.
Okay.
So are yours a little bit harder to understand, or is there one card in particular?
I have one that says create a word in parentheses.
Okay.
Action.
Okay, so for create a word cards, we literally can turn to a page here, and this is where the creating syllables, if you want to, putting together a brand new word, can be a thing.
Okay.
So if you want to play that card on something, we can actually go in and that'll be an action that you choose with a sound you choose, and then that'll become the new thing.
Okay.
You know?
Cool.
You guys have pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having trouble with mine actually. Okay. All right. Why don't we? I'm still struggling. I got cards that are particularly tricky to work into these.
robotic aspect,
Yeah.
What if you were free to take a couple other cards?
It's tough, eh?
Yeah. Yeah,
I got an easy one.
Yeah,
I got a super easy one.
Yeah,
too.
I might need to swap. Just to see where I can go. I'm going to keep one just in case, and I'm going to swap.
Damn.
Just like cheating at the trading card games.
It does say you can swap cards if you want to. Okay. Okay. Let's start.
Okay.
And then we'll start on your end and work over.
We can help
this
each other out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just match it with the
Right.
aspect.
So right now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a connection. So play a card from your hand on one of the aspects of the age and explain why. That. Okay, hold on. You're gonna explain why the isolation's language for that concept on the card emerged from that aspect. So
I have to come up with the word right now.
No.
You just make the connection
and explain why it came from that aspect.
Okay, so my card is work. The isolation is no stranger to work and toil, our daily grind and duty. This is how we refer to that which must be done. Us disposing of the debts, of course. So to summarize, the work we must do and the toll it takes, I want to associate with that aspect.
Okay.
So it would be my turn.
Yeah.
I have picked sadness. A particular weariness and strife mark many days in the isolation. When we need a word to describe how we feel in the hardest times, this is what we reach to. The bottom reads, sadness seeks company, and I will put it with curiosity, because curiosity is the source of the sadness. You are trying to think above what you're supposed to be thinking.
Got it.
And you must not. If you just stick to your course and what you were programmed to do, there will be no sadness.
Okay.
This is going against the program.
Got
and
it.
we do not approve.
Got it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
wait.
Pyron.
The Omega admin.
Oh, wait.
I'm not gonna call you the that. Pyron.
The OA.
Mine is pretty simple. It's called the resource. Resource. A vital resource for the isolation. Without it, we will truly be lost. So the resource is the fuel. The dead that fuel us, that's our resource. We need that because it's our energy. So that's why the resource connected to this word, the aspect, this word right here goes there.
Okay. I think I'm like I could apply this to a bunch of them, but I guess I'll put it over here. The past, as in how we refer to what's come before and what shaped us. This may be specific to a time period in the past, or the past as a general concept, and I will apply it to curiosity as basically a record of our thoughts, and every time we've had an inquiry into something, anytime we've had a question that arose, there's a log of it in our brains.
That's good.
So I'm going to hold on to the other two cards. Okay, so now we go on to build a word. Communally build a word for the new concept based on the connection from the previous phase. So with these cards now, let's we're gonna have to take them one at a time, so we've put them down.
Okay.
It probably would have helped to do them one at a time, actually, but
Yeah, that's okay. We can
okay.
go back over it.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start with yours, right? So for the process of building a word, it'll pretty much come down to talking through what we think this can be. So, so you can repurpose words, you could combine words, make a compound, blend them, acronyms. You can clip words by chopping off the front or the ending, or incorporate a sound to them, use onomatopoeia, or screw a word up entirely, or convert it from something or into something weird entirely. So you can take existing things and just make them whatever you want.
Right. Okay. Okay, so but this is done communally, right?
Yeah, this is
okay.
done communally. So work.
What do we want to call work when we go out and we dispose the dead? I wonder if we need to talk about how we use them as fuel source, if there's like something about that process that emerges. Like, let's say if literally in the description it says our daily grind. So I'm like, if we grind them up, like using something with the word grind in it, or I don't know, if we vaporize them, like.
I kind of thought of it as like a burning process.
Burning, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I see, like I don't see us putting pieces in our mouths.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? But I see a process of like kind of kneeling over a body, maybe using your hands and just kind of like almost like a deep cauterization.
Right.
You know? Maybe it requires more tools to come out. Maybe it's not something you can do quickly. Maybe we have maybe we open up and like become something large enough to
encase the body,
yeah.
and then
like we're
consume it
and process it
and
down,
keep the energy inside and keep on moving.
and then reform back to normal.
Question: are we discussing as a group to help Steph?
Yes.
But Steph has the final answer, right?
Yes. So if you want to, you can ignore what everyone says and still answer if you wanted to.
Okay.
But it's a communal discussion, and then Steph picks the word.
Okay. So thinking from what you guys are saying, how about the reason why we are in a hub It's because that's where we process the corpse. We have to bring all the corpse there to then to the central place so they can convert it into the energy.
I think
Oh.
I think that the process there though slows down.
That might be hard for your character if you're an explorer.
There's that, right? The idea of retrieving, coming back necessarily. Like, I was definitely leaning towards the idea of like processing on site as a means of like
Keep on going.
you don't have enough to make it all the way back, and you only have enough to take what you found, you know? So you are moving from corpse to corpse, and there's a time limit till you find the next one. I think I don't like the drag back process because of that. But as far as a name for the work goes, like, yeah, if we're talking about the nature of the consumption, it seemed like you guys liked the opening
burn.
up
Yeah.
and burn through idea.
Like you could like open up and encase the whole body and close up and like you're processing the body and you keep the energy inside from the burn.
I got something so much more vague and I would call it just the process.
The process. Okay.
The process.
I like the idea of having two forms, like a form where you look kind of normal, and then a form where you're like, it's time to eat kind of thing, and you just become this like
Right, yeah.
parts open up, you know.
That's true. That could be fun. Yeah.
Jaws and holes out of nowhere, and you just like
And
envelop.
it'd be cool because if you're like scavenging and then you see someone transformed, you're just like, oh shit, they like took my, where I was going or whatever.
Someone's in that form,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, like you can definitely go with something that seems like on the nose, like feasting or so, but like
Feast.
The collection.
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 Now, like if you keep it in the realm of like tech,
Data
right?
mining.
Mining, data, things like that, right? Like you're going out there, you're doing the job, right?
Yeah, I guess it could be cool to do it in terms of data. I mean, I don't know much about it, but mining would be
Necromining.
the mining.
Maybe you can call like if a body is like almost like a point, then like
Dead pixels.
well,
Dead pics.
Harvesting.
harvest.
Oh, I'm out at doing the harvest.
Actually, let's be clear here. This is only the process of disposing the
The work
dead.
that we do, yeah.
And it's not to be nuanced with the process of changing this corpse into energy, because this is my area. This is the fuel.
Well, I feel like they're
it's-
both
it's-
very linked, so I think
It's very linked, but I just meant like it might be different words. Even the
the
connected.
word
Yeah, it might be, but
yeah.
we're still gonna have to all discuss what they are when we get to them. So, in terms of the job, right, the work that is disposing of the dead,
Because when we said data mining or mining, right? Mining doesn't necessarily mean disposing of the corpse. It means taking something. It means gathering that rather than disposing. And that's the reason why I'm talking about this right now. That we're talking about disposing and not gathering.
But you have to gather in order to then dispose, right?
so why don't we call it, like I was gonna say, like you can go direct on the nose, like call it reaping, right?
Right.
That's a suggestion. I was going like, if you take that and you put it into data, right? Imagine if you're like, what do you do with a zip file or an RAR file?
You recycle it.
Zip it.
Extract.
Extract.
Oh,
Extract.
yeah, extracting.
What about extracting?
Dead fuel extraction.
Extraction.
Yeah.
What if the job is called extraction?
Yeah, extraction.
Okay.
That's
Extraction.
It sounds really disposable.
And extraction also means to
To gather the
remove a human being from a bad situation.
Well, there's certainly that. There's
So-
certainly that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can extract someone from a dangerous
Yeah,
situation.
and it also applies to the cybernetic world.
Okay.
Is that still a word in 2020? Do people still say cyber?
Cool. Do people still say cool?
Do people do cyber sex?
Hey, girl, want a cyber? What? How old are you?
That's how Willie and I
ASL? ASL?
Oh, Wooly! Oh!
Cyber. Okay. So
Right. So do we have to write down extraction?
Exactly. So let's grab the green. And
Maybe we should change Chapostis. I don't know if we'll have enough words. Are the 12?
well, hold on a second, because I think actually we get to cut these in half.
Did you say dispose them instead of extracting them?
So let me just roll through it a little bit to be certain. Okay, use the connection from the previous phase to build a new word, phrase, or concept. Free from discussion, all players may contribute, but the player who made the connection makes the final call. And then add the new language to the new language item to the tableau. Cut an index card in half.
Wow, you didn't say that. Sorry.
Through the long side and fold it so that it can stand on its own.
Oh.
And then the next player in turn order should write the new word and its origin and concept on both sides of the card. These are called language items. Place it on the aspect used to generate a connection. Yeah.
Okay, so
cut the card in half.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then write the word on both sides of... Okay, you cut the card in half. Now fold it in half again into a quarter, yeah. And now on both sides of that, write extraction.
Okay.
On top, and then in brackets underneath it, like... I guess just write
Work?
Work, yeah.
Were. Mm-hmm. All right. So then.
And then put it on top, and you take the card. And I guess that's a dispose pile.
Okay.
Okay, so
Next.
now you choose two players,
Oh, yeah, I forgot this part.
or three, or whatever, yourself or not yourself, whoever you want,
Yeah.
to have a conversation
Yeah.
that uses that word.
Okay.
So you read the prompt at the bottom of the card played on that turn. And that acts as the prompt for the conversation where you use the language you just made. You choose at least two characters to have this conversation. And then the people of the conversation set the scene. We have to establish where we are and what we're doing.
Okay.
And then begin.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe Reggie and I can talk about this since you're the ruler. Could be interesting to see.
I'm listening to your report.
Okay, so already in character. Where are we?
I guess we have just cleared out one area of the map, and I'm coming to you to figure out what the next region you want to send me to is.
Can you confirm that extraction has been completed accordingly?
Hold 1 second. So physically, you are in.
Let's say I'm in India.
You're anywhere. Okay.
Because
okay.
we thought we were talking to him. That's why he responded.
Do we talk to the OA via internal, like just straight up like a Wi-Fi communication?
Right.
Is he in our heads?
Right.
Are you in my head, Reggie?
I think I mean it makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess because we're nodes, we're like an extension of.
We're connected.
Yeah.
So we'd be connected to the network. If
Yeah.
he is the network, then it doesn't matter where you are. Right now, you're in your head.
Yeah.
So this conversation would be in your head. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what are you doing?
I've just cleared out one section. I've cleared out. Well, not I've. I'm reporting back. India's cleared.
Okay. Participants then have a conversation that demonstrates the relationship to the new word defined. Either use the word or conspicuously avoid using it, or explore a shade in between. And once the characters have shown their relationship to the word, then we can end the scene.
Okay.
So.
All right. OA, do you hear me?
Yes, we are listening.
So I'm here to report that India has been completely extracted.
Completely. What is the probability of failure here on this cleanup?
0.5.
0.5%. Then perhaps you should extend your stay. Do you have any concern with the completion of this task? Do you have any plans for the future once you have ascertained that you have completely cleaned India?
Well, I'll report back to you to figure out what more extraction you'd like me to do.
Assuredly. Have you had any thoughts about where to go on your own? We can assign you a new position if required.
I have not been thinking at all, no. I've just been working on an extraction. That's all I've got going on.
All right. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use, if I have an idea, like for a card that I've chosen, like if I have a term already in mind for sadness, can I try to push it ahead of time when I'm having the conversation about the previous card?
If it works really well, then
Wow.
totally go for it.
All right. I'm not gonna do that.
But you're super you're super okay.
Okay. Please report to the hub for maintenance and defrag, and make sure that everything is okay with your system. We are keeping watch.
Would you like me to do that before or after extraction?
Before
Okay.
you move on to the next section, we will be paying attention.
Scene. Okay. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
Got it. So you still have your other two cards?
Yes.
Okay. And you have the one that is now disposed of?
I guess this will be. I don't know
Okay.
where you want it.
Just dispose pile over there. That's fine.
Okay.
And then here you
Yeah,
go.
just extract pile, you mean?
And here is your replacement card, H2.
Okay.
So every time you use a card, you get a card for the future age.
Okay.
Upcoming.
And then you get to pick from 3 again.
Yep.
Okay.
Reggie, you've played Sadness on Curiosity. Would you like to... we can start formulating this word. You seem to have one in mind. Let's talk about it. What are you thinking?
I was just like, I had like a few things, but I'm not sure if it's really good. But so now I have to engage in conversation.
No. We don't know. We have to create your word.
Create my word first. Okay.
Yeah.
So for sadness, the only reason why a robot would feel sadness is because they feel unfulfilled by their purpose, and this should not happen. This is a deviation. This means that the robot needs to be recalibrated in order to follow the path, the objective that has been set from the beginning. We are to serve the main purpose of disposing of the dead.
So, feeling sadness as a deviation, let's
Curiosity bringing
possibly leading towards
unbalance,
Okay.
doubt, uncertainty,
Okay, how
That's
about
too human.
it's too human?
Yeah.
which is on point.
Now hold that thought. Right? Now check this out. A deviation. Shorten that word. What do you get? A dev. What's a dev? A human being.
That's why I was like, deviation. I was like, I'm no like developing deviate. Like
So
those.
going dev.
Right.
Yeah. Do not go dev on us.
Going dev.
You are to execute
Deviant
the extraction.
and developer at the same time.
Yes. Done.
What do you think? Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Green. Grab the green marker. Fold that card in half.
Dev.
Go in dev. Dev. Yep. And then so write dev, and then underneath it in brackets,
Sadness.
sadness. This was a slow start. Yeah, this game it's a slow game. It's a slow game. What can I tell you? I've never seen a fast version of it. There you go. Is it on both
Both
sides?
sides. Nice.
Yes.
Perfect.
Nice touch.
Um,
I execute my programming. I've been told to write on both sides, and I will not fail you.
Thank you.
you're not going dev.
Fanny.
Exactly.
Okay. So now
Discard.
you choose two characters to have,
Oh, yeah.
or two or more, to have a conversation using or not using or interacting with this word. and we play it out. And you can include yourself, or it can be whatever you want.
I want to see Steph and Woolie interact here. I want to see Query and HTTPS have a conversation, a candid conversation.
Okay.
Perhaps preventing each other from going dev, or I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, you can do whatever you want with it.
Okay. So, first is
Where are we?
Where are we?
What's the context?
So right now, I'd say I am out in the unknown.
Okay. Siberia?
Well, I was actually thinking about like possibly working over to try to figure out how to work towards like hard to reach places like Australia, for example. Right? How are we even going to get there?
Okay.
Right? So thinking about that kind of thing. And what are we doing, I believe was the other question? Or what are... Shit, did I...
Well, whatever context I think would help us have this conversation. So you're trying to figure out how to get to Australia. Am I with you physically, or are we talking over this network?
No, network.
Okay, private connection, I guess?
Definitely.
Oh!
HTTPS.
I don't hear this shit. Okay.
HTTPS. What are we doing?
Maybe because I can predict things, maybe you come to me to try to figure out
That's
a way
exactly
to get over.
what I was about to do.
Bang dans ça.
Gabang.
Okay.
All right. Query, you there?
Yeah. I hear you. Oh, I see that you've established a private connection. What's going on?
Yeah. You know what's going on.
Yeah. Are you going dev?
I don't necessarily know what I'm doing or where I'm going. I don't want to call it dev, but whatever it is, I have problems I want to solve, and that problem right now is Australia.
Okay.
You guys are out there. You know that there's extraction to be done there. I want to get there, but I don't know what's upcoming. What do you have for me?
Well, right now, this is a problem that we have because we kind of need to get creative to get there, and that's getting too close to dev territory. You know what I mean?
Have you spoken to OA recently?
I've not. Well, not about this problem.
If I were to bring it up, how do you think things would go?
Well, listen, it's a part of the extraction, but don't reveal... Be careful about how you're talking about this creative process that you're on to try to get down there.
What's wrong with going dev anyway?
Listen, it's just...
If it gets the job done, it gets the job done.
It just opens up too many gates, man.
Gates to what?
That's it.
Gates to what?
That's exactly the problem. Or the solution.
I don't have time for this. I'm out.
God. Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
Yo. Yo.
Okay. Scene. Minh.
All right, so we said my resource. I got a word in mind. Byte, like kilobyte, megabyte. Yeah,
Okay, so this is
the energy, the energy, the depth that fuel us is the resource. Like the quantity of the energy that you're taking, it's called byte.
okay. Can we talk about it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm open to us for suggestion.
Okay. I love the idea of possibly thinking about the energy of a dead body being soul
Measured.
related.
Okay.
But that's a little bit human. How
It
do you
is human.
how do you change that into
Data.
So you want data as a word?
No. I'm saying like a soul bite, or how do we
Spirit,
fuse these things?
energy,
Like, is it maybe there's a way to like take like a measurement, like because there's kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, etc.
I want to keep the measurement, like not
Right.
byte,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
kilo, mega, gigabyte, giga, and tera.
soul byte,
Soul byte.
right? Maybe it's
Yeah.
like literally just like
Yeah.
the measurement of one person's energy. One person contains one soul byte.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you guys feel about that? Any suggestions?
I feel like lukewarm. I feel like it's kind of too
On the
creative.
nose?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I wonder. Well, no. Wait. Well, I was thinking. Well, not calorie, but calories like burning a unit of. Like you burn food, and that's how you measure how much energy is output. And I guess if we're incinerating, I wonder if there's like a play on words with that we can make.
Is there a way to maybe make it like a human byte or like a measure
Spirit point, SP.
SP? Like a way to make it like a person. It's like the data is the measurement of data is like you basically, you know what I mean?
What
It's
are
like,
you measuring?
It's like if a human body was a hard drive, it would contain one blank byte of data.
Or what if there's like a number? Like, what if each human is associated with a number, and there's some sort of I don't know. We can find some sort of like divine, spiritual number that can represent the soul.
Like an octet.
108.
Or passive Buddhism.
Thanks, Indivisible.
Yeah.
That could be interesting, right? And you're kind of just like, because you going off the prompt of data, it'd be interesting to kind of like, just almost like not degrade, but like reduce it to just a number in a way,
No, I would like not change it into number
Okay.
because I want to be able to quantify it. See, I want to be able to say, hey, there are 1 billion bytes, for now bytes, wait, my 1 billion bytes out there, and I'd say I want to be able to quantify it. That's why if we're saying that 1,108 doesn't sound good to me.
Well, that wouldn't be the end of it, but yeah, okay, all right. So let's see. Okay, so you have nanobytes, kilobytes, megabytes, picobytes, petabytes.
Homobytes.
I thought about homobytes. That did cross my
Oh,
mind. Homobytes, right? Like a human.
Yeah.
Sapien.
Sapiobyte. No.
Sapio byte.
Sapbyte.
Is homobyte?
Solobyte. No.
I do like.
Okay. So let's look at the card again, right? So the dead fuel us, and we're combining it with the resource card, a vital resource for the isolation. Without it, we would truly be lost. During the make a connection phase, please explain what this resource is. Necrobite, that's out there as well.
Can it be a bit as well, maybe?
Like I'm like, how much flex do you have towards the term byte necessarily? Like, could we talk about data in different ways as a whole?
As long as I would like it the words to be able to quantify it.
Quantify it. Okay.
That's so it doesn't have to be
Like
byte.
one soul
Okay.
bit.
Okay. So like for example, there will be what is it? When a hard drive is doing its defrags and it has clusters, thank you, right?
Oh.
Soul clusters, or like, right?
Soul cluster sounds like a title of an
Definitely
anime.
does. It definitely does, right? Clusters, partitions, right?
Partitions, no, because it means splitting up something.
Sectors.
Sectors.
Homo cluster.
I still like cluster.
Clusters,
In
okay.
fact, I would like it to keep it just cluster.
Clusters.
Yeah, just
Okay.
that. Just that.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go with it. Have you extracted all the clusters in this area?
Okay, so while you write that, I'm gonna open. I select myself and you, Woolie,
Okay.
in the conversation,
Okay.
and we can start now.
Okay. So where
Oh
are
yeah,
we?
where are we? I am at my place, home, and I'm opening up a private conversation, communication with you, where you are, which is, I guess, still in Australia, or something.
It could be a different period of time. It doesn't have to be necessarily.
Okay,
there.
but to me, you get to choose where you want to be, because that's
Irrelevant.
For me, it's not irrelevant.
Okay.
Are you on your way to Australia?
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're on my private channel. What do you need? I'm in a hurry.
Okay, no, that's my manipulator would like to open the connection with HTTPS.
Accepted. What do you need? I'm in a hurry.
HTTPS. Open analysis of your cluster usage.
What about my cluster usage?
I have not noticed that is inefficient the way you use it. I would suggest that you use only 10% on your mobility, so that you would use 90% of your other clusters to function in exploring.
My distribution of clusters to what parts I decide is my own choice. And I do it so that I can keep the rest of us alive. Someone has to be out here moving.
That is...
extracting from every possible source and finding out what's going on out here, because no one else is doing it the way I'm doing it. If I were to do what you suggest, I would be reducing my efficiency to that of the average Thanode. I'm trying to operate at a rate that is much more efficient than the average Thanode.
I comprehend what you are saying. However, I am the manipulator. I am the debt master. I understand the cluster more than anyone, any robotic
Thanos?
Any AI, artificial intelligence in this network. I strongly advise that you consider what I am saying to you.
And I strongly advise that you stick to your parlor tricks, because, quite frankly, I've been doing fine without you, without what you have to suggest. All due respect, keep it on the public lines next time. I'm out.
Then you are going deaf. You are going deaf. Goodbye. Closing connection.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
So that is... where is the card?
Right here.
Cluster. Yeah, put it on. It's on the wrong side. Yeah. Right. Oh no! Wait. No.
it's
No. It is on this one. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is that
And
resource?
this is the card that we have to throw in the pile, right?
No.
We haven't
This is
done
my
this one
card.
yet.
Oh.
The past. We haven't done the past.
Oh, the resource was taken away already.
Yeah. These are the
That's
artist
why.
cards.
Here is your replacement.
Thank you. Oh,
Yes,
Reggie's
everyone.
replacement.
Thank you.
Here is your replacement for H2. And now I placed the past on... It was on Curiosity, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So here we refer to what's come before and how it shaped us. This may be a specific time period in the past, or the past as a general concept. I kind of hinted at it before, but I think, again, every time you have a thought that goes off book a little bit, it goes into the log. I think it's straightforward. I think it's simple.
And this log is inside you?
Yep, it's a log, and
Is the log exposed when you go for maintenance?
only when you go for maintenance.
Ooh, okay.
Right? You don't get to see the log until the full cycle is done, the full defrag, the connection, the update.
Yeah, because I want that intel.
Yeah, you need that intel.
Yeah.
But you only get it when we plug in.
Right.
Right? Until we plug in, you don't know what's going on. You don't know where those thoughts are at. And that's the log.
Okay.
Right?
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Okay, so
you want to put the log into the database?
what? Sorry, what do you mean?
He said, do you want to...
Put the log into the database, or
Which database?
when you log in from maintenance,
When you
I
log
get
in-
access to your log.
Yes. So it happens automatically. Every thought that could be characterized as dev, right? Every dev like query, every idea is listed in your log. It's a history, right? And when we plug in and we go through our maintenance process, then OA gets access to it. But until we plug in, he does not have access to it.
So you plug in into the database. That's what I was asking.
Oh, well, so yeah, network. I would say network. You'd go into whatever physical structure would need to exist.
Because the log needs to be stored somewhere. That's why I was asking.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. So we have to plug into OA at their various whatever stations, or you know what I mean, whatever
Outposts,
hubs are set up, and
yeah.
outposts probably, and like be like, all right, syncing up, backing up, diagnostics, maintenance, A-OK, out to go. Anyone, any thoughts on that or on the log? Or yeah, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, okay. And for the word, you will use
Log, boot log, thought log. We can make it more interesting than just
Memory log.
Memory log, yeah. mem log.
Mem log.
mem registry.
Registry.
Your diary.
Oh, your registry.
Reg.
Yeah.
Your reg edit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you been manipulating your reg edit?
Well, the reg.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Have you been fucking with the reg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Would you like me to write the reg? Just reg?
Reg.
So file save as reg.
Okay. And every turn we have a word, and it piles up. And
Yeah. You use them as you go.
I don't like where this is going. You're scary, Reg. You're scared. You're getting. You now have a word that's
Well,
that's connected to you.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, for this, I would like to see a conversation between the three of you.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said 2 or more. So
I'd like to see all three of you
Okay.
and communicating.
All right.
Okay. What's the setting?
Yeah. Where are we?
Well, I would suggest that
I'm everywhere.
we're at an outpost about to...
I think based on the nature of Reg being introduced here, like this being like an open diagnostic would be an interesting type of conversation.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if you guys were essentially going through one of those updates that we just talked about, and I don't know, maybe someone notices something, maybe someone has thoughts on something.
So I guess we are together in a room and we're analyzing this reg together. You're assigning us to do that, and you need to know.
I definitely it feels like our conversations by nature are just communication channels, right?
No, but this time I mean in
physically?
physically.
Okay.
You summoned us to come.
Do you have a body?
Do you have a buddy?
Okay, so then you guys are physically together, but
No.
OA is OA. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have any ideas for the prompt?
You want to start it?
As the person, I think like I think it would make sense for you to, steer.
So obviously the Oracle clearly is not normal,
Yeah.
right? There's something that makes the Oracle special and different than other Thanodes,
Yep.
right? And I would like the Magician, I would like the Dead Master to investigate to see if the Oracle is clean.
The Dead Master is also very different from others.
Yes, but
And not sharing the information that he has.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't say that.
I thought
No one understands how he accomplishes what he does.
I said I could
And
be,
he has his
but,
secrets.
but since we started the conversation, none of my conversation I have led to say to believe.
Sorry, I was going off of the card. I thought the idea was no one knows how you do what you do, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's what
like
it says.
magic.
So it's
Yeah,
kind
but
of,
this is why he will need to come to me to ask for my expertise.
right. Okay. So, but like, yeah, you're seeing there's aberrations, and you can do what you want about that.
Okay. How about maybe I can start?
Okay, sure. If you want to.
Okay.
Let's see where this goes.
Okay. Opening connection to 244L and what's his name again? OA.
Connected.
Yes, you are on the network. What can we do?
Greetings. As a manipulator, I have contacted HTTPS about his cluster energy spending, and I found some irregularities in the way he is spending his cluster.
What a snitch!
By analyzing his reg, I have found that it does not match the data that he has sent you.
Interesting.
What do you think about it? 244L.
I took a look at that same reg and reg, and I didn't see anything unusual. He was completing his task of extraction, trying to execute his programming.
I feel like this is something to note. What do you think I should do? What are your command, Pyron?
The system finds this peculiar. Actually, we have not heard from HTTPS in a while. He has not shown up for maintenance or defrag or reporting in quite a while. And so we do not have any idea where he has been or where he is going.
But that is following his programming as the search engine.
Yes. Perhaps the security is not porous enough for us to analyze what are his thoughts. Do you think there might be an issue with the reg? Do you think that he might have gone dev?
There is 65% probability that he has gone dev, which is why I would like to request the extraction of HTTPS cluster and put it into the reg and store it in the database.
You
Query?
are wishing for the retrieval of HTTPS's clusters.
Exactly.
244L. What do you have to
Affirmative.
say about this?
I think that could be a prudent move. However, given that HTTPS is out in the at the edge of what it is known, I think it might be a dangerous task, and the probability of finding him and getting to an outpost is not very likely. I recommend that we wait for him to come back and plan accordingly.
Again, problematic. I believe that we need answers as soon as possible. Please have him report if you ever hear from him. He has been off the charts for way too long. We cannot allow any devs in this system. We must focus on the task at hand. Get the fuel. Get the fuel. Over.
Understood.
Understood.
Closing connection.
Scene. All right. Well, damn, y'all wrote me up.
You snitched real quick. You were an asshole to me. I was helping you, you motherfucker. And it was like, I was helping you. You're like, no, I can do my own stuff. I'm like, okay, fuck that shit. I'm not helping you. This is competition now. This is not cooperative.
Oh my god, it just happened. I thought we were all in this together.
What happened to the safe space, bro? I'm so attacked.
Hey, I did my best to try to protect
That's
you.
crazy.
You did. I respect that,
That's
but I
crazy.
found that a bit suspicious. We'll see
Be
later.
that as it may.
Yeah, but I'm keeping notes of this.
And that is the end of Age 1.
Man,
So-
the first movie.